Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome back to some more Rimworld. We're going to be continuing with our Dead Mans Switch playthrough today, and hopefully we'll be able to get Bark back alive. But yeah, that's really my only plan for today. Let's see. We do have rhinoceroses attacking relatively shortly. So I want to make sure people are prepped for that. But yeah, we're just chilling today, as per usual. We could build another mech recharger, but I don't think we need it. Yeah, not with 8 mechanoids. Typically, I try to have one recharger for every 3 mechs that I have, so we're doing good at the moment. Just waiting until it ticks over to 21 hours, and then I'll send the people out. There we go. I would like that Soldat to actually man the quad machine gun. Okay, everybody's going to be a little bit low on hunger, so I'll undraft some of them for now. And here comes the Manhunter pack. That's a lot of rhinos. There's also a lot of witchwood trees. It's a very dense forest that's polluted. This could be potentially rough, but we have beans, our super weapon. Look at him. Oh. Oh, Bunker's taking hits. Step back, please. They seem very focused on hitting that soul pad, but they're not doing a fantastic job. Grass, what are you doing? You might as well help since you're here. Yep, that Soldat's dead. That is fine by me. Only losing one Soldat and taking a bruise for the other is not a bad outcome at all. What happened to you two? You got friendly fired. Yeah, friendly fire. Oh yeah, because you were shooting through there. That's kind of rough. Observer, I'd like you to prioritize reviving that Soldat. Then I would like Bunker and Grass to honestly just start finishing that hospital floor. Bolt Goods Trader. Uh-oh, sounds like one of the rhinos got back up. It did indeed. Bleeding out on 4, bleeding out on 2, bleeding out on 2. Okay, we should be good. Looks like all those werewolf corpses finally rotted away. Okay. Doc, go out and negotiate, please. Some of our soldats need a recharge pretty bad, but I don't think I'll bother. I will gladly take your reinforced barrel and all of your components. Let's see, anything else of interest? You have a refrigerator. And an operating table. But I'm sure you'd like to buy a lot of chocolate. Like, more chocolate than you can even carry. We'll also get rid of some of these steel plate armors. You can also sell the garrison caps for a pretty penny. Let's also get rid of all of those. I'll also buy that turret pack. I kind of like those. Okay, we got a little bit of reputation for trading. Let's get those things hauled pretty quickly. Shredding some neural stacks, very good. Oh, do we not have any chem fuel in the network? We do not. It's because nobody's operating the resource console. But we have completed hospital beds. Cubic bed. Rest in the loving embrace of the cube. Okay then, I'm gonna ignore that. $120 steel and 5 components. Ooh. Pods arrive for defeating the rhinos. That's a lot of uranium. I just wanted the 10 advanced components, but the uranium's cool too, I guess. Hospital Florian's coming along nicely. Bunker, you have a singular bruise. You do not need to be in bed. You know, whatever. You do you. Oh yeah, Doc and Beans needs a neural, or not a neural, a sleep accelerator. We're interrogating the prisoners. We should probably get rid of that plate armor. I get that it's the only thing they're wearing, but I'm fine with them being a little bit naked as long as they're not wearing plate armor in my prison. Bunker is fully healed. And it looks like we're working on hydroponics now. We're actually cutting down our research by a pretty good portion. Okay. You don't have work drive active at the moment. And those rhinos are going to give us a lot of meat. Let's see. We're still having trouble getting things hauled. We need another escort lifter. Or a normal lifter, but... We don't have the tech to actually build them just yet. We do have some ceramics in storage now. We're still not making tungsteel for some reason. Why is that? 20 steel, or 80 steel, 40 chem fuel, 80 blocks. We have plenty of blocks. We have plenty of chem fuel. We have plenty of steel. Why aren't you making tungsteel? Oh, there we go. Quest available for the Chase Deserter, 4 Janissaries, 2 Troopers, best melee skill, 8. I don't think I care for melee. If anybody's getting into melee, it's going to be Bunker or a robot. I'd like to keep my people ranged as much as possible. Why is it bad temperature in there? Too hot or too cold? It is too hot currently. How many days till that warrant is completed? About 3 days. Quest expired for the Eltex Meteor, don't really care. You know, Brick, it'd be real nice if you would mine at the drill that's, you know, next to the stockpile. Can I just forbid that? I can. But you're gonna mine at it anyway. Weird. How many days till we can call in that recruitment caravan? 2.7 days, so roughly 3 days. We should be able to get the Resurrector Mech Serum around the same time. I'll get that advanced component hauled, please. We do have a lot of advanced components for being an industrial faction. Got 23 just sitting around. Doc's out here living his best life, getting drunk and slaughtering pigs. Let's get a few hospital beds down. I don't think I have enough resources to be able to warrant putting down 8 hospital beds, but we can try getting 4 down for now. And we have unlocked hydroponics. Very good. It's a sunlight, but different research. Oh, it's just under electricity. Okay, then. Weird. I could make a big old hydroponics facility over here, but then they'd have to haul the food all the way through the base, which would kind of suck. I kind of want hydroponics to be under the mountain so they can't get shelled. Like, if we're using a sun lamp to power it anyway, we might as well, make it good. Let's build a cooling module. And also unforbid these towers back here. We have 68 normal components, so we should be good in those for a while. And let's see, we got about 1,800 before we can start building better mechanoids. Nice. And we're making components in the machinery printer, apparently. After she finishes making that flak jacket, I'm going to suspend the bill because I don't think we'll be needing any more. Let's see, can I make a tactical vest? I can. If you can wear a tactical vest underneath the flak jacket, that would probably be very solid. Do until I have 2 of those, please. They do cost stamp bonus, though, which are kind of rough to get. Server, where are you going? To bed? Already. We do need somebody on the resource console more often, but I just don't know who. I guess Brick and Orange can take turns doing it, since there's only one deep drill and they're both mining people. They put a roof over the coolers. I did not anticipate that. Good thing I noticed before the coolers started setting on fire. Hey, Bunker, you mind dealing with this for me? I love Scrapper Me. Full refunds and everything is so nice. We are getting good chunks of research by just having these prisoners here, which is pretty nice. Masterwork. Eliana's created a Masterwork Steel Hospital bed. Very nice. Our hospital's starting to look nice and proper now. Yeah, but what do you actually do? I'll wait to build those. How are we actually doing on industrial grade medicine? Because I bought like 200 ages ago. Yeah, we're down to 60. Okay, cool. And Orange is operating the chem fuel pumps. Let's see. I'd love to be able to make synthamide. It's basically, what's it called? Synthetic leather that you make out of chem fuel. And it is very heat resistant. It doesn't keep you super warm, but that is more than fine by me. And just like that, our research queue is pretty much full again. Come on, cooling tower up. buffing out the wattage of our geothermal generators. We can now call in a boss mechanoid to fight, but I am not going to be doing that for a while. Observer can choose a new Kermit. Doc can gain an expertise in social. I'm waiting for him to get an expertise in medical. And Beans can gain an expertise in cooking, which I'm still waiting for them to get up to 15 shooting. But hey, we're doing very good on food now, thanks to all those rhinos. I'm gonna put Brick in for a bioregeneration cycle. Because I need their eyesight to be as good as possible. We still have a bit of Glitter World. Yeah, we got 14 left. And that'll take 23 hours because we're accelerating it. I'll probably have Eliana go in for the next cycle. Let's see. I would like an escort lifter and 2 battle friends, please. At least once we're able to craft them. Hey, the birch trees here have grown. They look kind of nice. Of course, I should have told them to align planting. But whatever. It looks pretty good. Get a little bit of green in the middle of base since it's all just a concrete jungle. Alrighty, we're being raided by pigskins, of course. Group of pigskins and transport pods, they are attacking immediately. Everybody to defensive positions, sold at 6. I would like you to man the squad machine gun. What do y'all got? The dynamite kind of scares me. But beyond that, there's nothing too insane. A lot of them have shield belts, which does scare me, however. And tactical vests. Yeah, this is a spacer pigskin raid. That is going to be very rough. We're gonna just have to hope that Bunker can hold down the melee units. And that my people can actually get to the kill box in time. Dang. Taking forever. Bunker's taking some bad hits here. We might lose them. There's the dynamite. I guess move away. This is bad. Clean now. Bunker, how are you doing? Got a mangled right eye, of course. Can't go a fight without somebody taking a permanent injury. Go get him, Beans. Everybody else can undraft. I'm not sure why the escort lifter was in the middle of that, but it kind of helped anyway. Let's see. Beans, stay drafted for now. No survivors. They were pretty well equipped. And we handled that fairly well. Our soldats took a lot of damage, but other than that, we did alright. I'm not comfortable with how they just kind of rushed down the center of our kill box, not allowing us to actually shoot back for very long, but nobody died, and that's what's important. They had a lot of goodies on them. Yeah, Soldat 1 almost died there. Due to dynamite, yeah, of course. It's always grenades. Dynamite, blunt shotgun, and chain shotgun. Okay. Hey, Bunker, you want to maybe go rest until healed? Since you're, you know, injured? Stop bleeding all over my floors. Before you couldn't get out of bed because of a bruise, and now you're telling me that you're gonna stay in bed due to... that you're gonna stay out of bed due to bleeding out? High-tech genetics lab discovered. Do not care. Okay. Still can't call that recruitment agency for another 0.7 days. And the Resurrector mech serum should be completed soon. Hopefully we actually get down here to strip some of the people of their goodies, but I doubt that's going to happen. Let's see, what's Observer doing? They are interrogating. Transport pod crash. Melee 19. Oh, you know, that explains it. I've never had an E-Rift before. Or an Ifrit. They are a pyromaniac, though. And I'm not having one of those in my base. Paralytic Abasia? Yeah. You're really cool, don't get me wrong, but I don't need another melee fighter. They do have 11 shooting, though. So they could do melee and shooting pretty effectively. If you set fire to my mortar shells, I'm killing you on the spot, but, I guess I'll save you. Nutrient Paste Stripper will take care of them for the most part, at least. Do you have any useful skills other than combat? You're okay at social, you have a passion and intellectual, so I can probably have you on the resource console 24/7. Let's go. I need somebody for that. You look absolutely crazy. They're clinically depressed, though. Yeah, genetic depression. Hey, Battle Friends has been completed. Ooh, shaft workers are incredible. I want 2 of them. I don't have the stamp components at the moment. Fenrir has completed your warrant. Members of Fenrir are outside your base with a completed warrant on Resurrect or Mexerum. I can speak. Holy cow. They are demanding a payment of 5,500 silver before the drop-off. I will gladly pay that. Brick has completed their healing cycle. I still need a better weapon for Brick. He's still just using an elephant rifle. Are you just gonna drop it off there? You look crazy. What's your bionics? Pain Stopper, Death Acidifier, and Builder Appendage. You're a level 16 Psycaster? You guys gonna, like, drop off the Resurrector Mech Serum or something? You're a Dragonori. Interesting. They even have, like, charged weapons. It's pretty crazy. Any day now. I think it might have bugged. Because none of them have the Resurrector Mech Serum on them. And I haven't lost the silver yet. Can they just not figure out how to get into my base, maybe? Okay, you have an open path now. Weird. I feel like something's bugged. They're just leaving without giving me the Resurrector Mech Serum. Well, that was a whole big waste of my time. Very weird. At least it didn't remove the silver from us, to my knowledge. We gotta get you converted. I'm half tempted to delete the 5,500 silver with dev mode and spawn in a Resurrector Mech Serum, but I don't know. Missing synthread or polyester and 4 stamponents. Okay. So we still need to make stamponents. Not sure why they aren't using the printer and stuff automatically. Let's see. Best shooting skill 9. I don't care. I'm not fighting 10 elite troopers for somebody who's level 9 in shooting. Fire foam. Put one there. Put one in here. And put one in here. Why on earth does a fire foam popper cost 75 steel? That is obnoxious. Ambrosia sprout. Right there, too. Pretty handy. Let's expand the zone so that it's counting as a stockpile, or counting as the resources being stockpiled. What's our power grid? Grid excess of 12,000. Yeah, we're building the ENIAC finally. 18 components and 800 steel, but it's a 25% research boost. Not to mention the 5,000 watts it takes to run the thing. Yeah, I'm kind of just waiting for the stamp bonus to be built. Maybe we could build another machinery printer. A band of thugs from the Purple Tar Pit settlement called from nearby. They offer to keep the colony safe from any threats, even ones potentially caused by them, for 3,000 silver. I'm gonna refuse. And a manhunter back. Why? What the heck is with my game and sending double raids? Send the mechs out to deal with the turtles. You just got hit by an elephant rifle. Yep. Should have thought about that. That's so many orbitals. They're so tanky. And we're getting raided by the Purple Tar Pit settlement, too. Let's get everybody to defensive positions. Hopefully the tortoises will decide to direct some of their aggression towards the incoming raiders. They're just industrial factions, but I do fear whatever a Firestorm shotgun is. There's two of them. So at 6, I would like you to actually man the quad machine gun. Saw this guy get friendly fired. Or it might have been deflected by his armor. I'm watching what these Firestorm shotguns do. You're getting shot up by your own guys. Okay. Well, everybody's ready and in defensive positions for once the raiders actually get here. They're still a bit busy with the tortoises, though. Okay, now they're not. Beams, have at him. What is this? Quest log? Yes. I'm really surprised they haven't fleed yet. Okay, there we go. Beans actually took a hit there. I'm impressed. Sienna, you're bleeding out in 4 hours and your left femur is shattered, so I won't bother saving you. You're unwaveringly loyal, though, like every other prisoner I've seen lately. I swear something's bugged. Escort lifter crashed and is out of power. Who's closest? Eliana, carry escort lifter to recharger, please. Doc has achieved their become rich aspiration. That terrifies me. A mad rat. Oh no. Yeah, we just hit like, what, 300,000 colony wealth? That's usually when become rich aspirations trigger. Ah, there's so many linkables. I love it. But boy, is it rough to actually fit everything in. Eniac is still having steel delivered to it. That thing's so absurdly expensive. Hey, we've unlocked the drug lab and dart gun. How much chocolate do we have right now? About 2,000. Not worth calling a trader then. We should be able to call the recruitment agency, however. There's so much steel down here just from all the transport pods landing in that corner. How long are you incapacitated? 36 days, okay. I put these doors here specifically so traders could come inside, but I guess they don't want to walk into my kill box. Which, honestly, fair. With all that negative. We're going to give over 4 prisoners and 200 gold for 15 honor. Observer's title was scheduled. Another ceremony will be scheduled too. Okay. Honestly, just accept that immediately. Begin bestowing ceremony. Get everybody in there. Cool, the ENIAC is built. Did you just take a meal from my freezer? I think they did. Yeah. They're stealing food from me. Ooh, they've given us 2 wetware computers since we're now a lieutenant. And a grandiose bestowing ceremony. Very good. Okay, so I need to go to Information, Permits, Logistics Division. Supply me a cargo mech, please. Just being able to summon a fresh colonist every 45 days? That's insane. Apply for a worker whose life is yours to command from here on out. That's absurdly good. Hell yeah. I think I'll save my last permit point. Just in case we need a mortar bombard or some food desperately. Stealing food from me. Observer, please, operate the machinery printer. I don't know what job type that is. I might need to check. This room is going to be so packed, I probably need to make a dedicated science room. A dedicated science wing to the lab. Let's see. I need a dedicated surgery room. I need a dedicated research room. And I probably need a dedicated room for fabrication, so adding another wing to the area, to the main base here, wouldn't be bad. It'd take a lot of remodeling, though, but I'm not opposed to doing that. I forgot my base is an even number of blocks wide. That's going to make things complicated. Why did it remove all that? Brick and Grass are getting into a social fight. Of course. That is unfortunate. Was it Brick who's the misogynist? Yeah. We have so much pigskin. Holy cow. Shaman merchant from a tribe. They probably won't have anything of interest to us, but I'll check them out anyway if I have the time. Gotta go Frenzy on Grass, not bad. Pretty handy on a plants person. Visitors. We have visitors from the logistics division. Do you actually have anything good on you? Not really. Jump tech print for walker frame. That's for an exosuit. We need that. Hey, Doc, say hi to our friends from the logistics division, please. Then I want you to say hi to the trader. I will gladly grab a walker frame blueprint. We'll grab your reinforced barrels and your components as well. In return, you can have like 2,000 chocolate, or however much you can buy. A scout pack. Backpack equipped with fire control radar and various observations. Share fire control data to nearby friendly forces. Also includes a bomber drone. I mean, I'll buy it because it sounds good. But I am unsure about it. Get that and that called urgently. Now we also need to figure out an area to put a mech bay. I completely forgot we had exosuit framework in this mod pack. I should have bought the operating table when I had the chance. Price for the Chase Deserter expires in a little bit. I could care less. Okay, how much does an operating table cost? not too much. Let's chop some wood, get this just out of the way in general. So whenever grass is free from tending the fields, they'll be chopping that. Hey, medicine production's unlocked. Wow, Brick is really going at it with the steel production. Bunker's repairing the embrasures, very nice. Doc is sweeping up the copious amounts of blood that's here. Just an absurd amount of blood. We could probably stop producing cloth. Yeah, we have 5,000 cloth. We need to not have that much. Just getting all these storages shifted so that we can have it match the other storage room. Ooh, we're producing stamponets now. Very nice. I'm actually going to pull this wall back by one. Do I? I can make it look a little bit weird. This will be an expanded bit for the crafting room. Quest log. Waste pack clearance. 306 toxic waste packs for some stuff. I do really like ball lightning. That's a fun one. What does Ghost Walk do? Allows them to walk through structures without damaging anything. That sounds really dangerous. For me, specifically. Because what if the duration wears off while they're inside a wall? I'm not liking any of these rewards, honestly. Like, a cataphract helmet is nice, but it's not worth that much. Psychic Suit, Pulsar, and Recon Armor I'll just end up selling. And a squirrel has self-tamed. Get that killed immediately. Actually, what kind of stuff can it do? Nah, whatever. I don't care. I don't think it does nuzzling, so I'm not interested since it doesn't give a mood buff. What's grass up to? Harvest in the fields, very good. Ooh, we got a shop worker and a battlegren being gestated. Very nice. What kind of weapons can we even make for them? Assault rifle, mech aimer, sniper grenade launcher, LMG, assault piercer. I'm kind of tempted to make the assault piercer, but I don't know. I'll just make 2 mech LMGs. They're strong, they're reliable. Got another harvest of chocolate coming in.
And Eliana and Orange are fighting, of course. We've been having a lot of social fights break out, which is pretty unfortunate. Because social fights just make a bad situation kind of worse. Not to mention that it eats through our medicine. Yeah, it's a shame we can't really have grass working on cutting on the trees over here, but that's fine. We have thrombos. I don't think I really care about them. Probably just not going to bother and hope that a self-tame procs on them. Got something in my eyes. I could also just be tired, but, you know, whatever. Gotta check some messages. Okay, we got 3,000 chocolate. I'm going to call him a trader. Oh, my eyes are really itchy right now for some reason. And Walker Crane. I could turn this new person that's very good at melee into a war casket. That's a lot of research for only one person to benefit from it, though. Yeah, I'll do it. What are their weaknesses? Cold weakness and heat immunity. Ooh, they just straight up don't take flame damage.
Shaft worker has been completed. That is going to be very useful to our workforce. Brains, go take care of shaft worker, please. I believe that takes 3 bandwidth, so you can support 2 of them. But overall, they will be very helpful. Shaft workers have like a 12 in all skills, and they can do construction and mining and stuff. They're incredibly helpful. Okay, so now this room is pretty much prepped for when we want to do fabrication in it. We're also going to keep any of these larger stuff in there. Any of these larger stuff. Wow, I can speak words, I promise. Ooh, a black market trader. I will check that out in a second. We actually have a good chunk of silver, so we might be able to get something good from them. Doc, you know what to do. We could really use another medic. Bark was our backup medic before he died. My entire plan for today was to get Bark back alive, but since the Resurrector Mech Serum plan fell through, we're probably just going to buy one from this black market trader, come to think of it. If my game doesn't crash, that is. You're selling a lot of people. Just straight up selling a war casket, that's sick. Kind of a useless one, but a war casket nonetheless. We will buy a Resurrector Mech Serum. We are going to sell all of our chocolate. Sell the rat meat, sell the squirrel meat. Oh, we do have a Resurrector Mech Serum. I guess they did deliver it. Weird. I never saw them drop it on the ground. Sell the elephant tusks. I'll keep the assault rifle. I'm just gonna recycle the environmental suit, so I'm gonna just sell it anyway. And we can sell some cloth armchairs. We'll buy an Advanced Bionics Tech Print. Let's see. What else do you have for us? You probably sell a ton of Bionics, don't you? Or do you just sell hard-to-get stuff? Okay. You sell stuff that isn't otherwise craftable. And a lot of it, too. I would actually like a TR component. They sell tech prints at a pretty good rate. Check you out. Good shooting, unpretentious and too smart. You might be worthwhile. I'm not sure if I'm willing to spend 1,000 on you, but you're worthwhile. 15 shooting, 14 cooking, gourmand, chemical fascination, volatile. Volatile stinks a little bit. What's your health like? I mean, you have a hazmat suit and a fusilier helmet. I think that's how it's pronounced. Issue with any of these people, if we decide to buy them, we'll have to convert them over. They just sell grav cores, that's wild. I'll buy a GAU 90 assault cannon for a mech, sure. Actually, let's see if you sell the tech to know how to make those, because you're selling that at a pretty big uptick. Tech print for experimental gear, we're going to be spending a lot of money here. Well, we don't need to buy the Resurrector Mech Serum anymore, so I guess we just buy the tech prints. And hope my game doesn't crash closing out the trader menu. I'm pretty happy with that. We spent an unholy amount of silver, but whatever. Experimental gear allows us to construct some pretty crazy power armor that's themed after the Dead Mans Switch. But boy, does it seem expensive. Yeah, that costs an absurd amount. Holy cow, but they're good. Oh, they do have a path to get to that. Okay, then. I thought they wouldn't be able to construct that. And that is experimental gear. How much would that actually cost us to get that? That's 12,000 point research. Oh. Yeah, we ain't doing that for a while. A long while. Gonna take war caskets out of there. So Walker Frame looks like it just gives us access to the maintenance gantry and stuff. It doesn't seem to actually allow us to make mechs. I could be wrong, though. I just throw all the mechanoid stuff onto the research queue. Get a little area to eat in there because Lord knows they're not walking all the way over here to eat a meal. They're gonna cry at me for not for eating without a table. Oh, we're down to 7 components. That's kind of spooky. Well, the battle friend is completed, but we don't really have a weapon to give to it yet. Unless it can equip the assault rifle, which I'll just leave that on the ground for now in case it can. Probably turn this into a drug lab. Drug lab in operation room. I need pipe networks. I'm going to be spending a lot of silver on that as well. We're spending a lot of silver in general today. It's got storage. I would like a crate here. I like 3 crates. This crate is going to be bionics and organs. This one is going to be medicine. And this one is also going to be body parts. Then we're going to want to grab production, get an electric drug lab down in there with a drug cabinet. I just sold all the spare chairs, so we're going to need to actually build another one. I've seen people putting sun lamps in their surgery room, and I'm going to do the same, but... Or, I'm actually just going to put standing lamps, come to think of it. We don't need sun lamps. I doubt having over 100% brightness is going to help that much. I want non-perishable drugs to go in here. Which is most of them, apparently. Why did I do that? Waiting for the sun. Hey, welcome on in. How's it going? We're just messing around with the Dead Mans Switch in our current playthrough. We're about 10 days in, or 10 two-hour sessions in. But yeah, our base is coming along pretty nicely so far. It's a little bit more square than I typically like building, but I really didn't know what else to do for a military-style base. Blood on the Wind. Huntsman Moon will begin, and Feral Werewolves will begin their hunt soon. Been running Dead Mans Switch myself, and I gotta admit, your base is looking better than mine. I am playing on Adventure Story. I prefer to play on Adventure Story because it allows me to actually experiment and learn the game a little bit better. I do play on Strive to Survive occasionally, but it just ain't it. It's a little bit too sweaty for me. I know that there's like 3 difficulties above Strive to Survive, but They just ain't for me. If you look at our raid chart, anyway, it is kind of cursed. The game really likes sending me double raids. Oh, that makes sense. You're playing Cassandra 300% with combat extended and alpha animals in the jungle. The giant spiders, man. Oh, no. The Feralisks, I think they're called. I don't know. The alpha animals mod scares me, so I've never messed around with it. But I've watched a few series on YouTube with them. And boy, they are always a problem. Spider Nom, as you've affectionately named your colony. Nice. How many days deep are we? We're 210 days deep. Yeah, this playthrough is sort of to experiment with a lot of the Dead Mans Switch expansion mods that have been coming out lately. I've tried out the Ancient Cores and I didn't really like them, so I'm hoping that the Shroud Zone Special Forces and the synthetic expansions are better. But yeah, I play Rimworld to build base, not really to be overly challenged, so this is just how I've been playing it. If you want to match the military storage vibe, I'd recommend warehouse storage. Is that the one that allows you to put, like, crates down and fill them up, as opposed to having open shelves? It is big warehouse racks that change visual based on how many stacks are in them. Ooh. I'll definitely have to check that out. I'm not going to add any mods mid-playthrough, of course, but that's something good to do. I think I'm using, like, SBZ Simple Storage or something. I forget the exact name. Let's see. SBZ Neat Storage. And and LWM's deep storage. I think deep storage is a little bit outdated, but it still works for me. Beggars request alms. That's a lot of them. Are any of you worth kidnapping? You would be, but you're a pyromaniac. Your name's just Loser? Oh, I'm sorry. You're a high mite, so you're useless to me. Let's see. And all of you, except for the Pyromaniac, has pretty bad stats all around, so you're not really worth kidnapping. Chase Deserter available yet again. I do not need a new chef. Not running Simbers of Ember Garden? No, is that the race mod by Aoba? The one with, like, the polymer people? Okay. I've seen somebody play with that mod, and I just don't think it would fit really the theming that I try to go for with most of my playthroughs. Of course, it's made to be, like, within the Dead Mans Switch universe, I assume, but still, I just have a weird feeling about it. I don't know how to explain it. Fair. You just like it since it adds more mechs and guns? Yep. Hey, Ellie. Hope things are going well today. I'm doing quite well. Let's actually remember to use that Resurrector Mech serum we paid for. Exhume the body. Yes, you're working and you're good. Nice. Did they just exhume the body, then immediately bury it again? I think they did. Yes. Okay, escort lifter, leave that there. Restrict on bark. Where is our resurrector mixture room? It is right in the freezer already. Doc, uses some bark, please. Okay. You're at work, so you gotta go for now. Have a good one. I hope work goes smoothly for you. Yeah. I do have a mild issue with how many gun mods, or how many guns a lot of mods just kind of add as a side thing. Like, I used to play with the Rangers faction a lot because I love their caravanning system. And how you can, like, accept quests and their armor is generally awesome. But that mod adds, like, maybe 40, 50 guns to the game. And I do not need that in my pack. Cherry picker is always a thing, yeah. That is just a lot of effort to go through with it, though. I'm fine with using cherry picker to disable toxic fallout, but I feel like just removing all the guns from the Rangers mod could cause issues, since they tend to not spawn with vanilla guns. But hey, Bark is back up and alive. We got them on ice pretty much immediately, so there shouldn't be any side effects, but I've had somebody who was resurrected on the same day they die have, like, brain crumbling before, so... Eh, who knows? It's very random. But yeah, I'm very glad to have Bark back. They're a sword, and they're great at combat and medical. Our surgery lab is starting to get built. I might move the research stuff in there as well, just so it gets the cleanliness bonus. And the Huntsman moon is happening. Our battle friend is actually online. I'm gonna tell you to equip that assault rifle. Never mind, you can't do that. I just give you an auto revolver for now. I mean, Cinder's put all of their recipes in their own crafting bench anyway. Most of the DMS weapons are from the main mod, anywho. Yeah. I will admit, it is a mod I need to give a proper shot, like do a theme playthrough around. But I'm just a sucker for the big robots. So I'm not really interested in having, like, these amorphous polymer anime girls running around. That's kind of the vibe it gives me anyway. The mod has an option to change their texture to something more base game friendly. That is very good to hear. Getting the surgery room up. My main thing is that I'm also looking for, like, out for mods for, like, my next playthrough. I'm thinking of doing, like, a medieval vampire-y themed playthrough without medieval overhaul, of course, because medieval overhaul just does too much for me to try to fit it into a mod pack. Do almost like a generation style thing with vampires would be pretty neat. And feral werewolves are raiding. Well, obviously, World Tech levels is a must to have a limit to everybody being medieval. Yeah, Is the mod just straight up called World Tech Level? It's World Tech Level or Global Tech Level or something, but I do absolutely love the mod, and I'm using it right now. I think the world's set to unrestricted, though. Sold that 6, man, the quad machine gun. Bunker, chill over here. Yeah, they're gonna go after the beggars first, which is gonna stink a little bit. But they didn't have any stats worthwhile anyway. Admittedly, my theming isn't too tight for this mod pack, because this is just kind of thrown together of a bunch of mods that I already like really enjoy and need to test out. So Mesh Blood Moon honestly doesn't belong in this military mechanoid series, but I do love the mod. So I found it difficult to actually remove. Beans, hit that firing focus. Okay, Bunker, get out there. Hold back a second. Okay, you didn't actually get scratched at all, so you should be safe from infection. But yeah. I do also want to try doing a like series, I guess, where I try to learn the game in more difficult settings. But man, I'm just such a sucker for build base. I can't play with like less than 3 pawns or bother playing on higher difficulties. It makes it so much more difficult to actually build aesthetically. Beans is leveled up. Where I guess I'll give them Adrenaline Rush so that they can get Guided Shot next. Beckon's also pretty neat. The next battle friend is being made. What about the next shop worker? Oh, we already got both of them. Never mind. Oh, shop workers are 4 bandwidth now. Interesting. They used to be 3. Dead Mans Switch gets updated pretty frequently, so I'm not too surprised. I was playing Dead Mans Switch before these had like the weird processes in them instead of they used to be like proper crafting tables. Now they're a little bit more automated, which is really neat. I need to like actually think of what I'm saying before I say it, because I keep stumbling over my words. More werewolves. I don't think our bots can deal with this alone, so we are gonna send everybody up to the front lines. Yeah, they're just rushing straight for us. Actually, you can't sit there. That's fine. They're gonna try to attack the Sylvain, you can attack on the diagonal. Yeah, that works on that. Are they just attacking the quad machine gun? They are. And Bunker's somehow gotten sick from lycanthropy, even though they haven't been scratched. Interesting to know that that can just transmit through bruises. Okay, we gotta get Bunker on a bed as soon as possible. Everybody undraft. Bunker, go here. We will actually use a Glitter World medicine on you. Observers up and repairing their mechanoids. Very nice. Oh, you spent 2 Glitter World. Ugh. Ten quality, 119%. I am quite happy with that. What to build next? Because now we have the drug lab. That costs 12 components. Of course it does. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait a while before we can actually build that. We don't have fabrication, but we do have a lathe online. Let's move fabrication to the front of our research queue. Let's cancel all woodshop designations. I do want to put hydroponics, like, over here or something, but then they'd have to carry all the rice and stuff all the way up here from there. And that just seems a little bit sketchy. Got another battle friend up and operational. We'll probably just give it a revolver for now. Combat handgun works. We also should have a few ceramic plating. Yeah, we got 2. It'd be worthwhile putting those onto our battle friends, but I don't know how much I care right now. Our lipper's also down. I'm still trying to decide whether Cav is going to be worth keeping. They were a transport pod crash, and they have some pretty insane stats along with being immune to fire, but I honestly don't know. We can support them. They have decent medical as well. You should be well ahead of your infection at this point. Yeah, you are. Very good. Bark is still going to be sick with resurrection sickness for a little bit. What is Observer doing? Okay, you're just working the printers. Okay. Yeah, prototype research on the fabrication bench. I don't know if I want to risk an advanced component for that, though. There's a ton of stuff on the floor from stripping the raiders over here, but boy, that's going to take a while to actually get hauled. Dang, the shop workers are taking Brick's job. I'm going to need to get a second one of these advanced deep drills. How many normal components does that cost? 3. I'll just restrict that for now. And we're being raided by imbids. Imbids with melee weapons. I think I'll just let the mechs deal with this one. Are they attacking immediately? I always forget to check. Yes, they are. I ought to remove this building. Gives too much potential cover to enemies out in the open field. Oh, is it a breaching raid? It is. That's not really much of a problem. Abilities, get max fire rate up. Beans, get to cover, please. Okay, that was a little bit too easy if I'm being honest. But breaching raids with how my base is designed are pretty simple to deal with. Also with the map we have. Only one entrance. And it's already being rebuilt. So, fabrication bench. We don't have enough normal components to build a fabrication bench, of course. That's kind of evil that the fabrication bench costs so many components, because to get components you need a ton of components. At least base game. With the lathe, it makes it a little bit easier, but it takes so much time to actually build the component on the lathe, it's almost not worth it. Like, Observer has, what? 20 crafting and 17 fabricating, and they still have troubles making components there. Okay, bunker is going to be very fine. It might be time to take the robots off of the colonist bar because there are more robots than people at this point. $299 meals in the network is so good. And we have a massive cargo trader. Why are you so upset, Observer? Supreme expectations and you saw a bunch of rotting corpses. Orange apparently has a better bedroom than you. Why is that? Orange lives in the barracks. Maybe we'll be able to buy some medicine from these fellas. We can buy components. I'll buy 100. If I can afford it anyway. Sell the granulin seed. We have a lot of books. I should probably make an actual dedicated shelf for them. And I don't need this much gold. Now, do you sell medicine? You do. I'm going to buy 10 glitter world and 100 normal medicine. We're going to be spending a lot of silver here since our chocolate hasn't regrown properly, but yeah, I'd rather make sure my people stay alive. I have the silver, I might as well use it. What is Brick doing all day now that his job's been stolen by a robot? Taking turns operating the resource console. Okay, that's fine. How much chem fuel are we up to? Not much, because we keep making tongue steel. Okay, good. We're getting one of those Mecha LMGs made. But I believe that is all the time I have for today. I'll probably try to go live later with some Deep Rock, maybe some Vintage Troy. I could also do the Roguelike Roulette. I'm not entirely sure. It depends on who I can get to actually play with me. But yeah. I hope you had a great time here, everybody. Stay awesome, stay safe, rock and stone. Let me save the game and then see who we're going to be raiding today. I'm going to be raiding my buddy Vitavis Prime. They are currently playing Deep Rock Galactic, doing the Lunar Festival event, it appears, so yeah. We're going to go say hi to them. I'll probably end up playing with them a little bit as well, but yeah. Rock and stone, everyone.